Hello!
Hello!
From a very snowy, wintry Peak District. Train! During the coldest, darkest months, most narrowboaters will take their narrowboat into a marina, make it safe for the winter and go and live in a nice warm house for a couple of months.
Not us.
If you live on your boat and work from your boat, you might take a temporary winter mooring. We're continuous cruisers, so we like to move all the time.
At least once every 2 weeks.
But that can be a problem if the canal freezes over, can't it?
Yes.
We get a lot of questions from people about what do we do during the winter? What happens if the canal freezes up? How do you get water and food? So we've made this episode to show you what it's like to be a continuous cruiser in the winter. First question, and it's the most common question I think that all narrowboaters get asked, is it cold on a narrowboat in winter? Well, I suppose it's as cold as it might be in your house in winter.
Exactly.
If you don't heat it properly.
Exactly.
We have a solid fuel stove, which we mainly use a smokeless coal on. We can also burn dried seasoned wood on there as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't last as long, so we tend to buy coal. It's a bit cheaper.
It's more economical.
And we pay about £10 a bag for that. Yeah. And that heats the boat really well. In the saloon, it'll be about 25 degrees. In the bedroom and the bathroom and the galley, it'll be about 20 degrees. Yeah. And we have a stove fan on top of the stove, and that distributes the heat a little bit better.
Yeah, it does.
We've also got a central heating system which is fired from the diesel, the same diesel that we use for propulsion. And we've got 3 radiators, a towel rail, and that heats the boat like first thing in the morning if it's really cold. It gives us that little burst of heat, and we've got it on a timer as well, so you can set it to come on just before you get up.
I usually get, Sean, put the airbus backer on.
But if it's blowing a hoolie outside, or as my nan used to say, blowing a hooligan. I had to explain why that was wrong, and she still don't get it. So if it's blowing a hooligan, if it's blowing a hoolie outside, it can be like -10 and snowing, which it has been recently.
Yes.
And we're still sat in the boat.
Toasty warm, no clothes on.
Oh, naturel. So another popular question we get is how long can you stay in one place before you need to move for supplies? And what happens if the canal freezes over? What do you do for supplies then? Good question.
Good question.
We need to ring somebody and ask them that, don't we? Kev, you're stuck in a 6-foot snowdrift. Can you bring us a bag of coal and some wine, please?
I know what he'd say.
Well, when it comes to supplies, for me, the necessities are like bread and milk and coal and diesel. For Sean, it's wine. Innit? Wine and cheese. The boat can hold about 110 litres of diesel. We have about 60 litres in jerry cans as a backup. We can carry about 400 kilos of coal, 2 13-litre gas bottles. Now, the coal will last us at a push about 2 months, maybe 3. The diesel will last us, it depends how much we use it. If we're stuck in one place, it could last us 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
The water will usually last us a couple of weeks, and the gas, each bottle lasts us about 3 months, doesn't it?
It does.
So there's never a great rush to get to the services, and we don't like mooring near services. Woo! Because it's usually busy, especially in winter.
Yeah.
The slightest bit of bad weather on the way and everybody wants to moor near the water point. So we try to keep out of the way a little bit and then just move to the water point and back from it when we've done. Next question is, how much damage would the ice do to the boat if you cruised through the frozen canal?
It doesn't damage the boat.
No, the bottom of the boat is 10 millimetres thick, and the sides, the front of the bow, where it goes into the ice, is 6 millimetres thick. So it's not going to damage the steelwork. but it will rip off the blacking, the protective paint on the bottom of the hull.
Yeah, which you don't want to happen.
And we did that once, and we're not doing it again. Last year on the Trent and Mersey, we set off and it was a bit like this. It didn't look like there was that much ice.
No.
But as we got out into the sticks, well, it was not the sticks, the clearing.
The clearing.
It got a bit thicker. It got to about, I don't know, maybe
half a centimetre.
Yeah, half a centimetre. But the noise. Yeah, the noise is just amazing. But then again, a lot of people say that the noise of like the boat going through the ice is like is it ASMR or AMSR?
No
That's
idea.
like really soothing. Sean Googled it once. I was trying to explain it, and he got the letters mixed up, tried it, and ended up in A&E with that thing stuck up. Do you remember? You remember? I think it's ASMR. It's the other one you did, wasn't it? It still walks funny, don't you? The thing you've got to be careful of is not really damaging your boat, but damaging other people's boats, because as you're breaking through the ice, the sheets can break off and you can get these great big sheets, meters long, that kind of are pushed along by the boat, and that can damage other boats. If it runs into a GRP cruiser, a plastic boat, it can smash, it can crack the boat like an egg. Not good. Shall we try it next week? Or there's the really, it's a bit sunny, isn't it? Or there's the really old wooden boats. I mean, some of them used to be icebreakers, but if you hit it with a sheet of ice now, it'll just crack and sink.
Because they're old.
Yeah, we won't do that again, will we?
Again.
Next question is, does the Canal and River Trust have ice-breaking boats that break the ice and keep the canals clear? No. But saying that, where we are now, the canal did freeze over about a week ago, and the Canal and River Trust contractors were doing some dredging down at Whaley Bridge, and they had a very novel way of breaking the ice to get the dredger through. It was like, I'll tell you what it was like the Canal and River Trust 1976 Olympic curling team.
It was!
with the brooms at the front, wasn't it, breaking the ice like that. Which is a good idea, because it broke the ice into smaller pieces so it didn't damage the other boats.
Yeah.
What you do find is that once there's a path through the broken ice, is that all the boats will try and get through it.
Yep.
So
everybody starts to move.
Anybody wants water, once it's broken, that's it, they're off. Some people have asked, does it ever get too cold that you can't start or run your engine? Because obviously diesel freezes at about 0 degrees Celsius, about 32 Fahrenheit.
Something like that.
Now in the UK, I don't know about abroad, but in the UK there is an additive added to diesel which prevents it from freezing between about, I don't know, minus 20 and minus 40. So we don't have that problem with the red diesel that we use. As for the engine, it's quite well insulated. It's not in contact with the ice, so it never gets that cold. No. I did put a thermometer in there, said it right that time, when it was about -7 outside, and it was still about +8 degrees in the engine bay. So, and you do, when you turn it, it's got like glow plug things, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
Similar things that heat it up so that it starts no problem. And touch wood, we've never had a problem so far. Another popular question is about solar, because obviously we get less of it in the winter, so how do we manage to maintain power on the boat for everything we need? Well, it's true, during the really dark months, December and January, we get about 90% less solar than we'd get in the summer. Yeah. Saying that though, sort of September, October and then February, March onwards, it actually picks up pretty quick, and we can get enough solar to run the boat. But during these darker months, we do have to run the engine, maybe for an hour or two every day or every couple of days. But that's all right because it tops the batteries up and it gives us a tank of hot water, because running the engine heats the hot water tank. Another popular question is, do the taps ever freeze up at the water points?
They can do.
If it gets too cold, they can do. When we were at Bugsworth Basin last week when it was really cold, it was frozen a little bit, wasn't it?
Yes.
And all we do is pour a little bit of warm water, not boiling water,
No.
a little bit of warm water of it, and then it were all right, wasn't
Hey,
it?
it just came through, didn't it?
The thing to watch though is to make sure you turn the tap off and don't leave any puddles around the water point, otherwise it turns into a skating rink for the other boaters. On a similar theme, some people also asked, does our water tank ever freeze up? No, it doesn't.
No.
It's actually well insulated. When you look at the water tank, it's got about half an inch, I think, maybe a bit more,
May, a lot more, yeah.
of spray insulation around the whole tank. There's also an air gap around the tank, so it's not in contact with the really cold kind of icy side of the canal. What you'll also notice is when you look at boats in the canal, when the canal's frozen, there's always like a little bit around the boat that's not frozen.
Yes, there is. Yes,
And that's
true.
if you're living on the boat, it's always going to be warmer on that boat. So again, it's not cold enough for the water tank to freeze. And it's the same with the pipes as well. The pipes are insulated down the side of the boat at the bottom under the gunnels, so they never freeze either. Watch them freeze now.
Oh no, please don't.
Next vlog, our water tank exploded. We get asked a lot about laundry. How do you do your laundry when you live on a narrowboat? Well, it's easy. Sean gets his rubbing board and mangle out, don't
I've
you?
got them as well.
He sits on banks at Canal, smashing his pants against the rocks.
They're going to be Googling now a mangle and a rubbing board.
Rubbing board. Don't Google rubbing board. We've got a normal washing machine that you get in your house.
Yeah.
It's a AAA plus rated one, so it's efficient. And we've put an economy wash on, it takes about an hour. And then to dry them, when the pram cover's up, all we do is we pull some bungee cords across the frame of the inside, the pram cover, and hang them up like on a washing line.
Like a washing line.
On a washing line. And because the warm air wafts up from the boat, wafts, a bit like when you fart under the covers and waft the duvet.
You can't say that word.
I just said it. And it wafts up and it dries the clothes. And because it's up here, the moisture doesn't go in the boat, so we don't get condensation and extra humidity down in the boat. So it's like a win-win, isn't it?
It's easy.
But if we're near a marina or somewhere that's got a laundrette, we'll just
use that.
Take them to the laundrette. Where we are at the moment, we've got use of a laundrette and it's only about £2.50 a wash.
£2.
£2 a wash.
Yeah.
There you go, even better. One of the most common questions we get asked is about condensation on the boat.
Yeah.
And do you have double glazing to stop condensation?
That wouldn't stop it.
Double glazing doesn't stop the condensation. It might stop it. It might stop it from appearing on the windows, but it doesn't stop the amount of moisture that's in the boat. I like a bit of condensation on a boat. 'Cause it's like, we can be like Jack and Rose, can't we, off Titanic? Where they're in the car having a go, and then suddenly, because you know what I mean, the windows steam up, and then all of a sudden Kate Winslet's foot like hits the window. It's a foot, innit?
No, it's a hand.
Just at that happy moment. Is it a hand?
It's a hand.
I always thought it were a foot. She's got funny shaped hands, hasn't she? Oh my, it's getting brighter. Anyway, so yeah, we don't get condensation, even though we've only got single glaze window. I say only. We don't get condensation, and that's because it's all about controlling the level of moisture inside your boat. And there's some really simple things you can do to avoid condensation and moisture building up.
Don't dry your washing inside.
Don't dry your washing inside. Don't leave a kettle boiling on the stove or simmering on the stove. Don't have big Sunday dinners every day where you've got like 4 pots of cabbage and cauliflower and peas and mushrooms. I don't know what you put in your Sunday dinner.
Cook it yourself then.
Yeah, all boiling away. All right. Train!
Slow train.
There you go. I've completely lost where I was now. The other good things you can do is good ventilation. So things like keeping a window or two open, making sure the stoves go in, because that draws the air into the stove and up through the chimney, and it keeps the moisture down. We've also got little, what's it called? Not hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas.
Or hygrometer. It's a thing. It's like a meter that tells you how much moisture you've got in your boat. And ours is normally about 30-40%
Ish, yeah.
which is all right. If it gets like above 50-60%, then it means you've got a bit of like excess moisture in the boat.
This usually happens when we have a shower.
So yeah, just be sensible. Have an extractor fan in your bathroom to draw the moist air when you've had a shower out. And all these little things add up, and it stops you from getting that condensation, because it can show up as condensation on your windows, but it can also be a bit more menacing, and it can start growing mould, can't it, in the corners, in the cold areas of the boat. So we like Turner's mattress over once a month, keep the cupboard doors, your wardrobe doors open, and get a bit of ventilation going around your boat. You like that bit of ventilation?
Not only that, it can cause rust as well inside your boat.
Rusty Lee,
Yes.
doesn't she make them cakes?
See, I'm trying to say something serious.
Sarah Lee, innit? Sarah Lee makes the cakes. What were Rusty Lee on? No, that's Betty Crocker. She makes the... No, I don't know. Another question is, does the floor get really cold on the boat when the canal's frozen?
Yes.
It does, but I wouldn't say it gets any colder than when the canal's frozen than when it's not frozen, does it? Otis quite likes it, because he likes to lay by the stove for a bit, get warm, then he'll jump up with us for a cuddle for half an hour, and then he'll jump down and go to a cold part of the boat to cool down, like regulating his own body temperature.
He does, yes.
Doesn't he? So he quite likes the difference in temperatures. We just wear what they're called, heat holder socks.
Yeah.
So when it's really cold, it's never really cold, but I get cold feet, and I wear these heat holder socks that Sean bought me for Christmas, and they're quite cosy. Speaking of Otis, we did have about 6,000 or 7,000 questions about Otis. What does Otis think about this? What does Otis think about that? The good thing about that is that Otis can't speak. Otherwise we'd never shut him up, a bit like me. But a lot of questions were, how did Otis react when he saw snow for the first time?
Oh,
This is how he reacted. We get asked a lot how we get fuel and coal, diesel, things like that, when it's really cold and the canal might be frozen up a little bit. Simple. We wait for the fuel boats!
yay! Fuel boat.
You remember when you were a kid, or like me, forever, when you hear the ice cream van coming and you get that tingling in your belly? Well, it should be in your belly. If it's anywhere else, you need to go take a cold shower. We get that same tingle in our belly when we hear the fuel boat coming, and you can hear it coming a mile away, because you hear like that duk, 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 to the engine. It's like, fuel boat's here! But we always use the fuel boat whenever we can. They're all really friendly.
Yes.
The prices are always really good, and they've usually got everything, haven't they? Sticks and coal and diesel and fenders and bits and pieces for your engine if you need it.
They've got all sorts.
And we always tip them.
Yeah.
Don't we? Like a tea bag or something. Yeah, make yourself a brew.
A tea bag.
Make yourself a brew. Look after your fuel boat.
Yes, look after them.
Your fuel boat will look after you. When the fuel boat's been, we're all stocked up on coal.
Yeah.
And we get asked quite a lot. Normally from people who are interested in boating, in it, that are going to do it, and they're kind of figuring it out in their head.
Yeah, they're working all the finances out.
How long does a bag of coal last? Well, we use Excel. It normally comes in either 20 or 25 kilo bags. And we can store about 5 25 kilo bags in the bow locker, and then about another 6 or 7, maybe 8 in the well deck.
Yeah.
Can't we?
Yeah.
And a 25 kilo bag in the winter will last us about 3 days. So it's plenty, and the fuel boat comes up here every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every couple of weeks.
But it's not like that on all canals. Some of them you won't get a fuel boat, some of them it might be once a month. But a lot of them have got Facebook pages, and you can sign up and get texts when they're going to be coming down your canal. So it's always good to
sign up to these. Sign up to them.
You all right?
Sniffly.
Snotty. Bit snotty.
Bit sniffly.
We get asked how we stay fit living on a narrowboat. Go on, Sean, how do you stay fit?
Easy. Sleep on the sofa about twice a day. Pies. Guinness. Wine. Chocolate.
Yeah. Cake. Jelly beans. Yeah. You know why he's laughing? Tell him why you're laughing.
I bought Colin some jelly beans for Christmas. Big tub of them.
And who's had 99% of them? But he left all the cinnamon ones in the bottom, which is very nice because they're the only ones that I don't like. So how do you stay fit living on a narrowboat? Easy, the same way you'd stay fit if you live in a house. Go for a walk, go for a run.
Yeah.
I don't go to a gym anymore, but I have a set of body weight exercises just to keep me muscles and my body in trim. If you want to see that workout, it's not really a workout, it's just body weight exercises. But if you want to see them, I've done a separate little exclusive video. So if you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, you can watch that over on your secret channel. Secret channel. It's a secret. Shh. But I think it's important to stay fit and healthy because if you're fitter physically, normally that makes you fitter mentally as well. Except in my case, I'm a lost cause.
You're crazy!
Yeah. I'm on a psychiatrist blacklist, me. Hello, can I make an appointment? What's your name? Colin Dobson.
Can't even get to finish his name.
It is lovely though, isn't it?
It is gorgeous.
I like the fresh snow and when it's falling. I'm not so keen when it's all like slushy.
No.
And I don't like the mud or the cold or the wet. Why are we living on a boat?
I've got no idea.
Crazy! Anyway, we hope we've answered every question you could possibly have about narrowboating during the winter.
If we haven't, tough.
If we haven't, you can always drop your question in the comments and Sean will ignore it. And
But Colin will answer it.
We'll do our best to answer it. We do try to answer every comment, as you probably already know. If you have enjoyed it and you're not already, please subscribe to the channel.
Yes, please.
Hit the thumbs up button.
That one.
And if you hit the notifications bell, YouTube will let you know every time we release a new video, which is 4 o'clock on a Friday, every Friday.
And if you don't know that, you're not paying attention.
Be nice, we want the support now. If you want to help support the channel, there's a link above Sean's head, as long as you're not watching on a TV, and that will take you to Patreon, where you can get all sorts of perks and exclusives and behind the scenes stuff and early access to the videos. You can also do that through the join button on the homepage of our YouTube channel.
He's good at this, isn't he?
We hope you've enjoyed this episode and take care of yourselves. Don't slip on the ice.
No, don't.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm going all over.
3.
We don't have problems.
No!
We don't have problems.
No, we don't have problems. He has problems, but not with power on the boat. It's more like medicated problems, isn't it? And pads.
Sean, have you taken your pill?
And a cream. It's snowing! Do the water taps ever freeze up at the certain points? We apologise for this break in transmission.
The canal is blocked.
We have some numpties manoeuvring. Boats. We used to live next to somebody called Bert, didn't we? He didn't have a boat though, he had a camper van. It's just too bright, people. We're supposed to be doing an episode about how cold and freezing and miserable it is.
But it's sunny.
And it's glorious. Ta-da, it's a good I can't even say analogy. Yay! God, how long did that one take? Some people ask if it ever gets lonely. No, they don't. If we ever feel confined or trapped in such a small environment, I suppose it depends whether I'm handcuffed to bed or not, doesn't it? I'd feel trapped then. Because you've always got the views and you can get off whenever you want.
Yeah.
The boat.
Yeah. Badge!
People always ask us, how often do you usually
you can't say that.
he knocks the thing. 1, 3. If he does, it always coughs on number 1.